All right. So right now, we're in the state where people feel, let me say they feel that they can start a one-person business, one person starting a business that does $1 billion a year. And let me go ahead and state this. This will not be the average business person, and the person who does this will be classified as a nerd. Right now, can you start a business and make $1 million by yourself? I have. You could do it. But here's the thing. This is something that I completely see. Look at the people who are making all of these videos talking about how hard it is, how much they're struggling. And this is one of the big issues that is happening right now. And these are people who are not nerds. These are regular, everyday people, God bless their souls. And they're not nerds, right? So one of the things that you will see for the people who will start a one-person business and be successful, they're usually going to be a nerd. Give you a fun fact. There's a video that's consistently on YouTube talking about, there's this girl and there's this guy talking about selling digital products on Amazon. And it's been on a long time and they run it quite frequently and they have 1, 2, 3 different commercials that they're consistently running, right? Why is that? Why are they just trying to convince all these people to write books and put them on Amazon?
All right, let's talk about the books. This book right here is, most people pick the wrong business, how to discover the right business for you. That's what that book's about. We got a sale going on, the Money Management Kitty sale, Savage Money Master Your Finances, Unmasking the Investment Lie, the Motherfucker Principle, and the Money Management course. We got that going on as well. And let's get into it. The Profitable Mom, how you can make money as a stay-at-home mom or single mother. Got that book going on. Then we've got this guy, Savage Finance, the Savage Lawsuit, how to file, win, and collect without a lawyer, how to set up your lawsuit. We got the Motherfucker Principle. You can get that really cheaply. It's $1. And then we have this book, very powerful book, Unlock the Secrets of Making Millions with a Small YouTube Channel. Then we have Uncover the Investment Lie, why so many people tell you invest without giving you the full truth. Before You Say I Do, Discover the Secrets of a Lasting Marriage. The conversation you need to have with your wife before you get married. Then we have Savage Finance, Savage Money, Unlock the Secrets of Aggressive Money Management. Then we have the Sales Guide, Mastering Targeted Sales. Then we've got 2 more books. Permissionless Management, How to Hire People. And then we have Permissionless Wealth, Build Multiple Businesses at the Same Time. So currently these books will be on sale, so look for the price adjustment and you go ahead and get in there now.
Not Amazon, but books every year sell 1 billion different books every year. 1 billion books are sold. Now, who's writing these books? Because this is the thing. Like, if I was to do a video talking about how to write a book, it would tank. A lot of people wouldn't do it, wouldn't pay attention to it because it's like, I don't read books. Who read books? A lot of people read books, right? But once again, let's go to the Nerd Confederacy. This company that is a one-person business that has AI doing everything is pretty much going to be a SaaS business or a highly technical business. It won't be a normal, regular business. Not at all. It's going to be using AI, and it's going to be a SaaS business. It's going to be some business like that. That's going to be the first one-person billion-dollar business. I suspect that's going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years, right? Now, who's going to do it? Is it going to be a kid in his bedroom who just got online and hacked and found? No. No, it's not going to be. It's going to be someone who's already in the industry, who has a strong understanding of AI, who uses AI and is part of developing models. I wouldn't not be surprised if it was an engineer from Claude that broke off and did his own thing. So these are the people who will be able to start these billion-dollar businesses by themselves using technology. It will not be a normal, regular, average person. Because here's the thing. I look at myself, and if I wasn't a nerd making money A to Z with self-storage unit auctions, a book, my first book that I ever written, it never would have happened. I would have left the storage auction business and just been figuring out some stuff. Never would have started a YouTube channel, never would have wrote a blog, never would have wrote a book. None of this would have happened. So what I'm trying to tell you guys, because right now, there's a lot of YouTubers talking about starting this one-person business, and it's very, very appealing. One person. I can start this one-person business. I don't have to worry about nobody but me, and I could do X, Y, and Z, right? It's very, very appealing. But here's the thing that stops the majority of people. There's 10% of America that always has money. This is the upper tier. Let's go ahead and say 20%. Let's spread to 20%. This 20% always has money. These are your doctors, these are your attorneys, these are your physical therapists. And essentially what you will have are a group of people who always have money, who are always in a position to do something, who are always in a position to actually have money. They're nerds. Go ahead and just go like how to make money with AI. Just go to your YouTube channel, put how to make money with AI, and look at who's presenting this technology. Most of these people are nerds. Most of the women are nerds. And there's a lot of people who have literally created a one-person business using technology, and they're making a lot of money, but they're nerds. They're not the guy hanging out on the beach with Big Booty Betty. They're not. So for you to actually even have that aspiration, you need to be a nerd. You need to be a straight up nerd. And this is one of the things that so many people miss it, because there's so many different topics like Donald Glover, Derek Comedy. Let me find the other phone. Make sure that we can find this. Donald Glover is a nerd that actually got some street cred. Derek Comedy. All right. Oh my God, Derek Comedy was on YouTube 19 years ago.
Hey, what's up, Mike? Hey, how you doing? All right, class, settle down. We got a lot of stuff to cover today.
I don't know what all that's about. But that's how Donald Glover got his started. Now, Donald Glover, who is rich, who is famous, he's not with a black woman. You know why? Because he's a nerd. He's a nerd. Then he came out with these things. He's had multiple things, he had multiple writing gigs. But most of America has this different camp and this different perception of nerds, right? So when you are a nerd and you just don't have street cred, the look, Boris Karjo, he has a lot of nerdiness because he has, I think his parents were German. I think his mother or father was German. So here's the thing. If you want to start a one-person business, you need to be a nerd. Now, are there many businesses that you can start? Like when Instagram was sold to Facebook, they had 13 employees. When Craigslist was huge, I think Craigslist had like 29 employees. So technology is enabling people to start large businesses, create large revenue with a small employee base, because employees, that's what sucks up most of the bandwidth, right? So if you want to start a business, like, well, again, I mentioned writing, right? If I was to do a video like how to write a book, the video would crash and burn because the audience of this channel ain't interested in writing books. But if I was to start a new YouTube channel and went really hard about writing, because right now there's a battle. I'm a writer, I don't use AI. Well, why don't you use AI? You should be able to use AI. And this is the thing. Remember that book Steve Harvey wrote? Think Like a Man, Act Like a Lady, or something like that. Her name is Denise Milner. She ghostwrote that book. So what is the difference between you getting a ghostwriter and you using AI? Steve Harvey didn't write that book. Denise Miller wrote that book. So this gets, like right now, there was a girl, Shy Girl is the name of the book. And there was just this thing online that, oh, AI helped her write that book. And her book, literally, because she was self-published, and then she got picked up by Hatchet. And once it came out that there may be some AI writing, the book crashed. But here's the thing. The book was getting positive reviews and people enjoyed the book until this AI thing came out. Guy on YouTube did a 3-hour live stream talking about why this book was AI written and all this other stuff. Now, I'm going to share something with you. I've written 15 books the old-fashioned way. And I ran my books through the AI detector. And the AI detector said my books were 70, 80% AI written, which is impossible because the books were written before AI even came out. It's virtually impossible. So right now, we're in this flux. Let's call it the nerd flux. Because once again, if you look at the CEO of Claude Anthropic, you look at him, the sister, they're billionaires, they're nerds. They're nerds. And this is one of the most hated class of people that you can think of folks out there who are doing things, making money and setting themselves up to be future billionaires. Because here's the thing. I can't think of his name. He has a big channel. I can see his face, but I can't think of his name, so I'm not going to mention it. But essentially, he talks about the one-person business model. And if you can get in the camp, like right now, people who are doing AI YouTube channels are making a mint. Why? Hundreds of billions of dollars are being invested in AI across the board. So there's a lot of money going into AI. And so who's going to be running ads on these AI channels? People who are investing money in AI. So I would just say the ad rate for AI is extremely high. Someone that commented, it was like $30, $40, which is higher than any other YouTube content category. And let me tell you something. I actually don't know. I don't know if AI is going to stay at the top of the food heap. I am not really sure. But I can tell you, for those of you who want to start a one-person business, I started a one-person business, made $1 million. It was just me, no employees. That's the dream. That's the dream that so many people have, right? But the reality is, unless you are just really fancy, you're not going to start one of those businesses, because these businesses are going to center around something very nerdy, medicine, technology, finance, insurance, sales. That's where the money's going to be for this one person business that makes $1 billion. That's where it's going to be. It's not going to be in cooking. It's not going to be in gig work. It's not going to be there. So if you want to create $1 million business, move over to the nerd side of life. That's going to set you up to create that kind of income, to create that kind of situation for yourself. Because I look at who I am. I read 4,000 books. I kept up with it. This is the reason I know the number. From elementary school to high school. I read all these books, and I remember a close friend, the name Cheryl, was talking while I was a writer, and she said, you read all these books and this stuff is just now coming out, right? So here's the thing that you should understand. In the future, there will be people who will be creating one-person $1 million businesses. In the future, there will be people creating one-person $10 million businesses. In the future, and let's go really, and let's be precise here, there will be a select group be highly educated, highly connected, and already in the AI space. There's not going to be some kid who, in high school, and he stumbled on this thing and he made like $1 billion company. That ain't going to happen. That's not going to happen. Even though that's a highly plausible YouTube content creator thing. Like, hey, I'm 21 years old and I just had this $10 million a year business, right? That content sells like hotcakes on a cold, wintry day, like stacks of hotcakes that are buttery warm, butter dripping all over them with some hot syrup. It's tasty. My mouth's watering just thinking about it. But here's the thing. For those of you who want to make money, and we just had a training, and it was interesting that so many people's businesses are not correctly built. The number of people out there who have sales and do not have a CRM, which is customer relationship management software. Like the CRM I used to use at Rent-A-Crate was called Goldmine. So literally you put someone in there, and this is the thing. There's a way that you have to use CRM. You just can't have the CRM. You have to use it correctly. And I got to the point where I would like call someone and it would take me about a minute to fill out the CRM. I would call them. I would talk about what happened. Now, if I just called them and didn't talk to them, it was real quick. Call, no contact. And then call them the next day. But if I called them and talked to them, then there was more information that I had to put in. So look, guys, if you want to be a one-person business owner of $1 million business, you need to move into that nerd category. This is where you need to be. So how many of you are going to move into the nerd category? How many of you are going to actually get into that situation? Because like I said, writing books is extremely profitable. There's a group of people, they have like 1, 2, 3 commercials, and they talk about writing books, and I'll walk you through the whole brain. Go ahead, go to Amazon, examine the books that are really doing well, then create similar books, hire a ghostwriter, have a good cover made, and throw them on Amazon. Now, there's a methodology to this, because one of the things you have to do is go to free Facebook groups and give your book away for free to get reviews. So this is one of the things you have to do, but I'm here to tell you, it's going to be a nerd who's going to take advantage of this. I have a friend who wrote a book a month for 6 years, 72 books. So he has a huge catalog of books. So as people come in, it's like I read one book, then they go to the next book, and they go to the next book, and they go to the next book. But if you are not a nerd, and this is what he had a walking treadmill, and then he had the desk, and he would walk and write and walk and write. And this is how he built up his portfolio. And he has passive sales to this day. He doesn't have to write another book in his life if he doesn't want to. But here's the thing. One of the things that you need to understand, one of the things that you need to actually have that's part of your system is an understanding of what's going on and how things are happening in the world. So one person business, I can tell you from personal experience, it's fun. Making a lot of money, have no one to worry about, but you need to be a nerd. And this is one of the hardest things that really gets into people actually being successful in doing the boring, tedious things that make people successful. And there's something else I'm getting ready to start doing. I'm going to start offering free sales training because I keep seeing it over and over and over again, right? And people don't have a CRM. People don't have a defined target. People don't know how to look up leads. And it's just like, I keep seeing it over and over and over again. And this is with a group of successful business owners. I keep saying the same stuff over and over again. So what I'm going to do, if you have a business, let's qualify this. You need to have a business. You need to be in business 6 months or more. You need to be making $10,000. And the first call is going to be about qualifying your business. Because if you just come up there like, yeah, man, I have a business, right? And you just have a website and an LLC and you have no customers, I'm pretty much going to we're going to end this call in pretty much 5 minutes. But if you have a real business and you want to have more sales, I'm going to do like a 2-week free trial to go ahead and get you activated where we can make you some more money. So once I get that all tightened up, I'll go ahead and drop the links once I get that tightened up. All right, so hopefully you got the message. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this, and I will see you guys in the next one.